Hello everyone, Losty here, and in this video I will be talking about exploration progress missions of Operation Siren. By the end of this video, you will learn everything you need to know about OpSci exploration progress, its missions, and how to complete each one. Exploration progress missions are found below the combat effectiveness in the map view of Operation Siren or in the information tab within a sector. Up to the time of this video, exploration progress cannot be reset, so your progress in these missions will not be affected by the Operation Siren resets at the end of each month. All the various missions in exploration progress is shown on the screen, split between two categories, one that can be completed only in the explorable zone, and ones that can be completed in either the explorable zone or secured zone. Explorable zones are only available after each Operation Siren reset, and is shrouded in fog of war upon entry. After the explorable zone is cleared the first time, the zone becomes secured, and the explorable zone will remain empty for the remainder of the month. It is important to make this distinction because some missions can only be cleared in the explorable zone. So it is highly recommended you do not purchase the Operation Siren data logger to clear the map, because that will clear all explorable zones and you will not be able to complete those missions until the next reset. The missions that can be cleared in the secured zone can be repeated at any time with spare action points throughout the month, so these missions you will be able to complete at any time. I will now show each instance of the clearing conditions for these missions to illustrate what needs to happen. Skipping the gain control of sector because everyone will already have this mission complete, we will go to the promoted pawn. Promoted pawns only spawn in small quantities in the explorable zones. The remainder of the missions locked to the explorable zone is actually triggered by the destruction of a promoted pawn fleet, and that is the reason why they are locked to the explorable zone. The weather control device mission triggered by the destruction of a promoted pawn can either be the weather control device or the fog control device. The activate switch mechanics may spawn after the promoted pawn is destroyed, in which you will need two fleets to stand on two separate switches to complete. With the destruction of a promoted pawn, you may also encounter an energy matrix that you have to guide to the proper position to complete this mission. Occasionally, after a promoted pawn is destroyed, a second Siren ambush fleet might appear on location. Defeating this ambush fleet is the clear condition for the ambush mission. And lastly, after a promoted pawn is destroyed, it may leave behind sources dropped in which should count towards the Retrieve Sources mission. Each of these conditions has a random chance to appear after destroying a promoted pawn, which means it may take several Operation Siren resets before you accumulate the proper number of clear conditions for these missions. Next, we go to the missions that can be completed in the secure zone, meaning they may be completed at any time given enough AP. Obtaining X victories is completed by destroying the normal pawn fleets. You accumulate 1 count for each victory. Collect X resource nodes is accumulated 1 for each normal resource node collected. Perform Reconnaissance X time refers to the number of times you completely clear the secured zone. After entering the zone and completely clearing the sector, you will accumulate 1 count for this mission. The Obtain 1 record file is a little bit more complicated. There is a specific order that the files need to be retrieved that is illustrated by the map available on the Azur Lane wiki. Odd number files can only be obtained in the explorable zones, while even numbered files can only be obtained in the secured zones. If you're not in a huge rush to complete these missions, my recommendation is if you run across one of these missions, repeat the secured zone say 5 to 7 times, and if the record file does not appear, it means it is an odd file and you will obtain it during the next reset in the explorable zone. Conduct Meowthescer Retrieval will accumulate 1 count when you encounter a paw-shaped node, and you send out your Meowthecers to get some free stuff. Encounter Mysterious Merchant accumulates 1 count after you find an Akashi in the sector and interact with her. Use the Siren Scanning Facility will accumulate 1 count after interacting with the scanning facility that may spawn upon entering a secured zone. Completely use up all the scans to have 1 count for this mission. Use Siren Logging Tower is similar to the scanning facility. You can either use an energy storage device or smash it to get 1 count for this mission. And those are all the missions shown for exploration progress. At the time of this video, a total of 320 out of 360 progress can be made, because the central area of NA Ocean Depth has not been unlocked yet. I hope you took something useful from this video. If you feel like there's something I missed, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.